Miss Chewy, always lovely to see you. And it's always so much fun to be at Karma. Every time I ask Chris if I can do the show and he says yes, I'm like, really? You're just gonna keep letting me come back, okay? You schmuck. I'm just kidding, Chris. I love Chris. But tonight's a very special night for me, as everybody has already pointed out. My mother is in the audience. She's never seen me do stand-up in person. I always just send her a link later and then let her know whether or not Dad can watch it based on how much penis talk there is. Dad will not be watching this tonight. And we don't have a spotlight for the audience, so I'll just make one. There she is. Everybody say hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
The diaphragm didn't work.
Yeah, I told her I'd embarrass her. Kathy is a nurse. Also, if any of you experience any cardiac or respiratory distress tonight, she will gladly save your life. Also, if you have anything weird growing on your body and you don't have health care, my mom will totally look at it for you. Yeah. Cool Kathy at Karma's. That's your health care plan tonight. Offer available only in the basement of Karma Hookah Lounge, Saturday, October 21st, 2017. Offer expires as soon as Jessie leaves the stage. I told her I wouldn't bring her up here to embarrass her, so I'll embarrass her from her seat and tell you all about how I was conceived. I mean, I know we all know how, and I wasn't really there, but I was, you know, just hanging out in my dad's testicle. I think I was in lefty because I'm right-handed, but I feel very comfortable with my left side. My parents at the time were actively trying not to have a baby when they conceived me. They were using a very archaic 80s form of birth control known as a diaphragm, which, if you don't know, is just basically shoving the Hoover Dam up your hoo-ha and then hoping for the best. Clearly, it did not work, because when all the other sperm was stopped in LA gridlock, I was the asshole driving on the shoulder. Move out of the way, bitches! I got a one-way ticket to Uterus Town with an express stop in Eggville. Bam. You had to be fitted for a diaphragm, so clearly measuring vaginas was not my mother's doctor's strong suit. Maybe he was going to be a carpenter and then was like, no, I can't measure anything. I'll just be a doctor. Oh, how ironic. Or maybe they gave my mom, somebody else's diaphragm. Like maybe they gave her the diaphragm of a tiny Asian woman. And then somewhere there was a tiny Asian woman going, oh, this is a diaphragm. This is very snug. What a fucking mood killer, though. How do you work that into foreplay? Hey, baby, you're looking good. You want to get down? Yeah, I do. Hang on just 1 second. No. All right, I'll just hold my vagina open and then you just shove until it stops, okay? Ready? Gross. So like most people here, I live in an apartment, radical topic change, in Queens with my 97-year-old grandmother, which is a lot of work, but then also I don't have to do very much work for her to think I did a lot of work, you know, because it's like a 20-minute ordeal for her to get up and go to the bathroom. So even if all I did throughout the entire day was just check the mail, she's like, you did enough today, let's just order some takeout. So that's cool. And like most people who live in an apartment in New York, I hate the people who live above me. I call the people who live above me the T-Rex family, Mr. and Mrs. T-Rex and Tiny T-Rex, because all they do is just fucking stomp around. And I'm telling you, you guys, I am the most loving person ever, okay? I am a cancer, and I am a caregiver. I am the best girlfriend, and I will cry with you about your dead animals, but these people bring out something deep and dark in me. I can't explain the horrible thoughts I have And when I see them, I have to think about what I should say instead of what I want to say, which is die in a fire. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was die in a fire, but not in this building. Damn it. Hi. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, it is a lovely day to chop your legs off, but I fear the stumps would only be louder. I mean, yes, we've had a remarkably mild summer this year. Please let me push you and your demon spawn onto the subway tracks. I mean, hold the door open for you. God, I hate them so much. I did get a little bit of a respite though this summer when I went to Europe for a few weeks. I went to Dublin, Paris, and Amsterdam, which was pretty cool. Dublin is a total party town, as you can imagine. Lots of booze, lots of drinking, lots of parties. It was awesome. Paris I've been to before, but I realize now it is exactly like New York, except with French people. Okay, nothing different. Except I will say that those little French kids are really smart, you know? I took 6 years of French in junior high and high school. I can't speak French half as well as some of those toddlers. We were on the Paris Metro, and there was this little girl. She's like 3 or 4, just a mile a minute. I had no fucking idea what she was saying. Did she just say bibliothèque? Is she going to the library? Shit. Amsterdam was by far the best. Oh, Amsterdam. Anybody ever been? Oh, it's so great. It's so great. Of course I did what everybody does in Amsterdam. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. Go to Anne Frank's Annex, baby! Yeah! Would not recommend doing that stoned. I was very paranoid the entire time. I didn't get my tickets 10 years ahead of time, so I had to wait on the curb for a few hours, and it was kind of cold and rainy. But I couldn't really complain about a few hours in the cold and the rain and the curb because Anne Frank was in that annex for 2 fucking years, you know? Puts things into perspective. But I had a really hard time getting ready that morning because suddenly all of my clothing felt very offensive, you know? Like, I have this shirt, and it's made by a company called Iron Fist, and it's got a picture of Alice from Alice in Wonderland on it. She's standing with her back to the audience and holding a giant butcher knife. And then the Mad Hatter's in the distance with a crazy look in his eye, and the caption says, Alice wants revenge. You know who else I bet would have liked revenge? Anne fucking Frank. Yeah, that's right. And then I have this other shirt. It's got a picture of a hot dog on it, and it says Late Night Weenie, open 24/7. I bet Anne Frank would have loved it, Late Night Weenie, open 24/7. Poor girl. Couldn't leave the annex. And then I have this other shirt. It's got butterflies on it, and I know you're thinking, oh, butterflies. That symbolizes hope. Yeah, except that the caption says, I can't fly away from you fast enough. Come on! Insensitive, right? But it was the end of the trip at that point, so I really didn't have very many clean clothes, so I just ended up wearing this shirt I have that's, it's got Donald Trump on it, made to look like Hitler, so I wore that. All right, good enough. Thank you guys. Have a good night.